So this is the arm day I did this morning. I started out with cable curls with a easy curl bar or wavy bar, whatever you want to call it. I prefer this because it's similar to preacher curls, but it allows me to get the peak contraction without putting any strain on my wrist. I do these 3 to 4 sets, usually 4 sets, 10 to 12, sometimes 15 reps if I'm really feeling it. Every other week I swap these out with incline curls just for the added intensity. But I really like these cable curls because they keep tension on the biceps, and again they allow you to get that peak contraction at the top. I had to order a new magnetic phone mount because the last one I had, I lost it. I don't know where it is, but it came in today, so you just got to deal with the angles that I've got. On these I like to really squeeze at the top and get that really slow eccentric on the way down and really put a stretch on that bicep. Then we move on to cable press downs with the wavy bar because it allows me to just go straight from the cable curls to the press downs. I really like this bar too because I can really feel it in the long head and the medial head of my tricep. Great contraction. And when you're doing these, I like to focus on bringing it straight up to your chest without moving at the shoulder. Just bend straight at the elbow. Bring it up to your chest, but when you push down and in towards your waist, and it really accentuates the contraction for the tricep. I do consider my triceps a lagging body part. My arms just in general are a lagging body part of mine. I think every body part technically on me is lagging, but anyways, I do these 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. I do higher reps because I want them to grow. The tricep makes up about 70% of the arm, so the bigger the tricep, the bigger the arm. I don't know how long y'all rest in between sets, but I don't rest very long. I like to rest the same amount of time as if I'm working out with somebody. So however long it would take them to do a set, about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, if that, is how long generally I'll rest in between sets. And sometimes I'll flex to a camera and feel really self-conscious because my arms are so little, and look around as if I think somebody's walking in because my social anxiety is horrible. But I really like these too. I usually do double arm Bayesian curls, but the other cable on the other side of this cable stack is missing a bushing on the way up on the guide rails. So it's like it's catching on itself. So I've been doing these single arm cable curls, and I really like these. And unilateral movements, I don't care what anybody says, are a necessity because you could have one side that's bigger than the other, and the unilateral movements kind of prevent that from happening. So I've been doing a lot more unilateral movements to try to get them both matching. Then I move into my favorite exercise for triceps, which is a plate-loaded JM press on the Smith machine. Much safer this way, I don't care what anybody says. This is the best exercise for your triceps if you do it correctly. You do not want to flare your elbows out too far, then it's just a close grip bench press. You want to come down to about your chin or lower than your chin if you can. If your bicep pump is too ridiculous at the time, that kind of makes it hard, so come down to about your chin. Then I do single arm preacher curls on the preacher curl machine. I don't like doing it with dumbbells on a preacher curl bench. I prefer the machine because of the constant tension that you have even at the top. See, if you're doing it on a bench, on a preacher curl bench, then you lose tension at the top, but on the machine you still have tension in the contracted or shortened position of this curl. About the time I got done with the preacher curls, a lot of people were in the gym and I got nervous. So I finished off with some old clips of the same exercises that I was doing, crossbody hammer curls. I do 1 set crossbody, and then I do the next 2 sets, because I only do 3 sets, the next 2 sets at the same time, just straight up and down hammer curls. To me, it doesn't matter. To me, I feel them both. The crossbody, I think, works the radial brachialis more, but it allows me to, or it keeps me from doing more sets. So I'll move straight into the double arm. But this is the second best tricep builder. It's a French press or overhead tricep extensions with the easy bar, and this will keep your wrists from hurting too much. And man, you just get a really good stretch on these. And you want to go up and out, not just straight up. That's the mistake a lot of people make. So normally they'll lay it on a flat bench like they're doing a skull crusher, come down to their forehead and just go straight up. But at the peak position, you lose tension on your triceps. So this way, when you go up and back, you keep tension on your triceps. And then as a superset, I like to do these where I do a close grip immediately after the overhead press. So I'll come down to about nipple level, and then I'll shoot back up and over my head and keep tension on the triceps the whole time. So I'll do 15 reps with each movement, 15 French press, 15 close grip overhead press, just like this. And if you do this, I guarantee it's going to light your triceps on fire. That long head is going to be smoking by the end of these. Then you just got to get a quick flex on them. Thank y'all for watching. And quick flex on them. Thank y'all for watching.